Hi, I'm DialTone. This is not my garage, but we're at Kenny U-Pull again. I'm looking for some Mercury parts, and I just wanted to point out the lineup of steadily growing, burnt-out husks of electric cars, which, yeah, that's what they do, huh? This is not a Mercury, but it is a Lincoln Town car. Both of these vehicles, the Mercury and this Lincoln, were both built on Ford's Panther platform, which means they have the same engine, they have the same frame underneath, they have the same suspension, they have mostly the same interior. The Lincoln has a nicer interior. It's leather, arguably, and, slightly bigger back doors. I think the Lincoln had a slightly longer wheelbase as well. To make it more luxurious. But if you look, the trunk layout is the same. It's got the weird shelf I don't understand. It's all the same. So what we're here to do is something that hopefully shouldn't be that hard. The Merc has an issue where the seat, it won't go forward or backwards. So I have narrowed down the issue. Like this side goes, it kind of goes, but it doesn't like move. This side is stuck totally. So what I'm gonna do is try to get this seat rail, you can't really see it, but this like rail section that the whole seat mechanism kind of flows on, I'm gonna try to take it out of this car and then put it into my own car. The sky represents my own car. But step one is actually getting that. I'm thinking the easiest way is just gonna be to take this whole seat out, put it on the ground, flip it over, and then unbolt the seat rail from the seat. And then that'll probably just be the easiest solution for everybody. So I went ahead and I removed these front two bolts. As you can see, they don't exist. They didn't come off without a little bit of trouble. I did kind of have to shear off the metal, but fortunately I am built strong like bull, so this was no problem. What will likely be a problem is getting the rear rails, because obviously, first of all, there's a puddle here, and that's disgusting, so I'm gonna try my best not to touch it. But in here, you can see there's the rear bolt. It's got like a little top bit, right? You can't really see it, but that's the bolt we want to get out. And there's another one on the other side in an equally difficult to get location. I don't have a lot of room to wiggle, so I grabbed my big socket wrench to try to give me more kind of reaching room, and we're gonna see what we can do. The big boy wrench didn't fit, and in trying to get it fit, my hand touched some of the weird gross water, so I'm switching back to the medium boy wrench, and we're gonna give it another shot. I really wish I could show you what I'm actually doing, but I can't really like hold the camera because I gotta get the wrench in there, you see. Don't touch the water, don't touch the water. And then once it's in there, then I gotta line it up with the bolt, and basically it's a two-hand job. Actually, here, I can just look through the viewfinder. Look at that. See? Perfect. And then I simply undo the bolt with all of this range of movement. How brilliantly simple. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna be easy. I'm gonna pick up the camera in a minute. I think I figured it out. So the key is one ratchet, and then, well, you gotta wait for the click. You see? Because then it ratchets. Okay, so in 6 to 8 business months, I should get this bolt out, and then I only have one other one that'll take just as long. Okay, here, if I just do it quicker, this is the perfect solution. I am a mechanic. Is this helping? This doesn't feel, oh, it's spinning freely in there. Look, watch. Hold on, let me zoom in for you. Oh, there, see, it's just spinning. Okay, that means I gotta get a finger in there to like hold the bolt in place so that I can remove it. I might be able to just get it off with my fingers, actually. Hold on. There we go. Oh yeah, look, you can kind of see what I'm doing there. I apologize for the terrible camera angles, but oh, see? That wasn't even hard. It wasn't even hard. And this one didn't break. Woo, wonderful. Okay, and on to the last one. Right there. That one of the 3 bolts is a different size. So that means I need to do everyone's favorite thing of kicking out the one that I'm using. I gotta put it back. And then just kind of selecting another one at random. I'm gonna guess 15. I'm getting good vibes from 15. And then see if it's the right size. You know how my summer car, it doesn't tell you the bolt sizes? So you gotta just kind of guess, and then the guide tells you the bolt sizes. I'm doing this one-handed, please excuse the crotch shot. and then you just, follow the guide. And then people get mods and everything to, like, show them the correct bolt sizes for when they're playing. But the truth is, in real life, you don't freaking know. Like, unless you can look at it and you got 20 years of experience as a mechanic and you can be, oh, that's a 14. But I don't know. I don't do numbers. I'm not that smart. Okay, let's see about the 15. Nope, still too small. So now the question comes, should I do a binary search algorithm and skip straight from 15 up to 17, and then if that's too big, go back down to 16? Or should I just do the logical thing and just do 15, 16, 17, 18? I am due to my superior intelligence, I'm gonna do the binary search method. And if this doesn't turn out to help me in any meaningful way, then that will be demonstrative of my inferior intellect, right? Great. Let's try a 17. The 17 was still too small. My binary search algorithm has failed us. My intellect is inferior. How will I go on? Oh, I know how we'll go on. By trying the 18 and seeing what happens. Joy of joys. Pure wonderful. It was an 18 the whole time. So the others were 13, and this one's an 18. And the reason why that one's an 18 is probably because the seatbelt attaches to it. See that plastic thing right there? That's where the seatbelt attaches. So I guess for safety, you gotta have a bigger bolt because it's gotta be able to support the weight of an entire average American crashing forward in an accident. Oh my god, it fits, but I need a long socket because that weird, like, uppy bolt part sticks through the hole, so I can't actually get the tool on. So I need an 18 in long boy form, which I do have right there. Fortunately, I organized my tools, so I know exactly where everything is, except for the things that I don't know where they are, which is a lot of them. So this one, probably gonna be too long to fit in there, so we're just gonna have to shove it in and hope for the best. I love hoping. It's great. It's so much easier than actually doing stuff. And now this one's too tall. God is punishing me for my hubris, and my work is never finished. So clearly, I think this whole idea of using sockets is just, it's not gonna happen. So let's use a wrench. And let's find the 18 one, shall we? Let's see, this is, that's Imperial. This is an 18 millimeter wrench. This, I don't know what that is, so that can live there. All right, 18 millimeter. If this doesn't work, I don't know, I'll just yell at the chair until it comes out, and we'll see what happens then. All right, it was only a lot of trouble, and it only required 2 different tools, but the seat is now loose. Look at it go, flopping and flapping like a flippy flapper. And I'm taking this bolt because it's actually in good shape, and, the one that I have in my car might be rusted, so I figured, hey, bolt, right? It's free bolt estate. Now I get to put the tools back exactly where they go. Although I might need them to take them off. Well, there, they're away now. All right, let's try to get this seat out. So I think I got it loose, and I think my plan is to just, like, yank it out through the back door here, basically. I'm gonna need both hands, but we'll see how far I can get with just the one hand. Oh, there you go. This is the trials and the tribulations of the vlogger and the YouTuber. This is like your grandparents worked in the mines, your parents worked in the office, and this is what you do now. Is this progress? Probably. But I'm not that to judge. I plug in projectors for a living. I'm not a philosopher. I'm not even... Which of the Plato and Socrates was the one who actually thought, and which one wrote it down? I'm the writing down guy. I'm not the actual smart one. Oh, the seatbelt's still attached. I've been yanking it against the seatbelt the entire time. And the seatbelt, just this little metal thing that somehow comes... Okay, what is this? What is this? What is you got a pin that you gotta take out to remove the seatbelt? What is this, safety? Who needs safety? Just let me take the seat out. There's wires now? Why is this seat so attached to the car? Also, for some reason this car is chock full of cigarettes and feathers, so we can assume that the previous owner loved her bird, or their bird, I suppose, but not quite enough to quit smoking for its, I don't know, tiny little bird lungs. But either way, I'm looking at the rails here, and they're actually not too horrifically terrible, aside from all the weird feathers and cigarette crap. So I guess we gotta figure out how to disconnect this thing, and then, I don't know, go from there. I'll try not to keep yanking on the wires. Fortunately, this isn't a Honda or a 90s Mercedes, so the wires aren't, made of soy. So they'll actually hold themselves together. All right, let's disconnect this bad boy. No respect. Get out of the car, chair. You've caused me enough heartache and trauma staying in this car. Come on. Come on. Get out of there. Get out of here. Just be not in the car. Oh, jeez, I've wedged it even worse than before. Okay, I gotta go lift it out from the other side. Here's a tall person tip. If you're really, really freakishly tall, sit in the back seat of your car and remove the driver's seat. Then simply your long, long, long legs can actuate the pedals at the front. And then you sit back here and you don't have to like scrunch up like that guy from The Simpsons put the gif here. See? It's perfect. Also, chair, it's out now. These rails appear to be far more like part of the chair than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, the bolts don't look too rusty. And this one right here, it's got like an anchor and a 2 on it. Now, I don't have that size wrench, but I'm hoping that maybe Metric or Imperial will have an equivalent to the anchor 2 bolt scale. When in doubt, 10 millimeter. Watch this. Get on there, come on. Perfect fit. Totally no-scopes that. Whoa, oh no! Okay, I gotta think of a more secure way to hold that up. Making great progress. I got most of the rail. I'm just gonna take the whole rail assembly off. And unfortunately, it's wired in there. It's a nervous system connecting this old brown seat to this rail system. It's crazy. This plug, I can't even get out with 2 human hands. I think I'm gonna need a screwdriver or something. All right, so I've reinstalled the seat after removing what I needed. And it looks like we have a nice, heavy, brown electric seat rail thing. So now I get to tidy up my tools and head out of here. Woo! I have accomplished one thing, and it only took an hour and a half. I am a mechanic. Fortunately, due to my obsessive-compulsive disorder, packing everything up barely took any time at all because I was habitually putting all the tools back where they go while I was working. That's probably why it took me an hour and a half. Never a dull moment. Somehow, 2 whole entire B-body Impala SS's were scrapped. These are the SS model. This is the nice one that people like, the collectible one. Look, SS. SS, it means it had more power. The rumor, the theory, is that it had a Corvette engine up here. And sure, if you want to say it's a Corvette engine, you can. It's General Motors small block. They were basically all the same. But this thing made serious power. Huh. It's even got nice rims on it. Someone put these on. I mean, it looks like these ones have been in the ocean, but like, ugh. I mean, it's grody and it's really warm and it smells bad. Look at the digital gauge cluster. Who throws this away? Look. It's like a late 50s Buick Century. And it's not it's not good, but you could sell this. This is worth like $3,000. There's the glove box and all the crazy gauge clusters that old cars had and the hole in the floor from the rust. That's an important feature. Bench seat. You know what? You could turn that into a couch if you really wanted to. Like, I can see why someone didn't want to, deal with it. But it's got the bumper and everything. This thing's so cool. Look at the tail fins. Swing. Look at this thing. It's like just a cool little shape. In the, oh, wow. Metal. Huh? Yeah, that's how they used to make stuff. So sweet. Yeah, who scraps this? What a strange world. I really like that this car still has the dirt on it from the off-road adventure that likely killed it. It wears its battle scars proud. Ooh, what did this used to be? I think... Oh, that rear wheel's looking pretty precarious. But I think this was an MGB in a previous life. So if anybody wants the ass end of an MGB, come to Kenny U-Pull, Ottawa. The front end is not doing so hot, but the ass end is great. So come on down, get yourself an ass. All right, hopefully we got what we need. Let's throw it back into the trunk of the Merc. Unfortunately, here's the hard part, is getting this thing in place. That's the log. It's a very important feature. All right. Okay, and then I just heave all my tools and everything into the trunk. Mission accomplished. Well, not accomplished. I mean, I got the part, but I don't have anything else. So, all right, well, put the tools back, return the cart, and I don't know, you'll see me next time something interesting happens. Ah! So, I've determined that we don't necessarily have enough time today to swap out the seat rail on this car. Plus, I'm tall. I don't need the seat rail swapped. It works fine for me. And the only reason I'm putting the seat rail in is so that people who aren't freakishly tall can drive this car, you know? So really it's like an optional kind of creature comfort. But if today I can change the oil and fix the air conditioning, that would be really, really good. So we're gonna drive up to the Canadian Tire in my town, and we're gonna do it. Oh, hold on, a little fast. Yeah, feel the power. Beans, still under the speed limit. And there we go. Haven't sped at all. What a wonderful day. I'm sure you can't hear me very well over the wind, but that's all right. Look, we're going to Canadian Tire. We're gonna get some new oil for this thing. Back in Canadian Tire. Always fun. Look at all the things that you can purchase. 300,000 parts available. That's so many. I got a lot of car work to do, so we got a couple different types of oil, and now I need a couple of oil filters. So, fortunately, I get to use the mystical iPad of knowledge to figure out which filter my car needs. You might be thinking to yourself, man, it's been a while since the last DialTone's Garage video. That's okay, I can explain that. I'm operating under the JonTron release schedule. So what I do is I make 4 videos and then I take 4 months off. And then I make 4 videos and then I take 4 months off. And it's really about work-life balance. I think they do it in Denmark or Sweden or one of those places, you know? They're very, very happy. All those like happiness index scales always pitch to those countries. How do they rate happiness? They walk up to people, are you having a good day? And then they write down yes or no, and then they just tabulate the data like there. I don't know, that's never really been explained to me, but to be fair, I haven't really looked into it. Either way, I'm moving through a lot of like slow, dull suburban traffic where people do 40 on a 60 road. But that's just typical, it's just typical, man. It's really all there needs to be said. Good to be back in the garage. And good to unload all the things we picked up today, so this video, I think, is gonna be more of like an outing kind of review video. Didn't spend much time in the garage, but we got some great Kenny U-Pull action in. Also, went to Canadian Tire, and now granted that was less action-packed than Kenny U-Pull, it was still had a very, very sensible amount of action. You know, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, there's not enough action. There's not enough action at Canadian Tire. Well, if you think there wasn't enough action at Canadian Tire, leave a comment. It boosts engagement. Hold on a minute. Did I buy a new oil filter when there's already one in the trunk of the car? Just car guy things, right? Well, hey, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate you tuning in. It's always nice to have new people or the same people returning. I'm gonna go eat my Wendy's, and I'm gonna go have a good time. Tune in for part 2 of what we started today. I probably won't title the video part 2, because that's bad for the algorithm. All hail the mystical algorithm. Algorithm? More like Al Gore-ithm. That wasn't funny, but I'm keeping it in the video. All right, well, hey. See you later, alligators.